Hi there, welcome to Don's Workshop. This is my review of the LEGO Technic McLaren P1. Have it finished, have it all built, and here it is. It is very nice looking, as you can see, the details on the sides. And then you have the back, that kind of formation of those rear tail lights there, as well as the exhaust. And then you have the rear spoiler here. This controls the rear spoiler. You just lift that, turn it, and it lifts up, and turn it, and it goes back down. It's very, very good rear spoiler. Much better than on, I think, the previous builds. Even the Cyan, even though it had that lever to lift the spoiler, which I think was very good, this is even better, I think. And then you have the doors here, the butterfly doors, lift up on the side, and they have essentially, this time it's built like a little kind of actual latch mechanism. So this piece here, or this piece here, kind of latches in to hold it in place, which is a nice little detail on those doors. And then we have the front here, the grille and the hood lifts. We have one of these printed pieces here with the McLaren swoop thing on there. And you have these very interesting design of a headlight on these things. A little different than any of the other ones. Oh yeah, and then in here we have the space for the bag. It's a much beefier type bag, but it's just made with Technic panels versus some of the previous ones have been actually Lego bricks. Also on the door, this is a new mirror type. The previous ones that I built, on the Cyan, Bugatti, and the Ferrari, all just have that one, the one panel piece that you get, Technic panel, that they just use as a mirror. And this time they actually have it. This is like some half beams with a Lego curved slope on top instead to create these mirrors. They might stay in pretty good there, even though it's just that single pin. Once again, butterfly door, and then the steering on there as usual, as well as the flappy paddle gearbox for changing the gears. So this has a 7-speed gearbox, which works a little bit differently, as well as the gear shift. When you shift it, it actually shifts another shifter in the front here that changes things a little bit. So as far as what is getting engaged in that section, there's another printed piece for a display actually in here. This back section, as you can see, has got the printed P1, printed McLaren panel as well as these printed like kind of finned grill type pieces. You can actually see the engine through here. The back cover doesn't come off, and you can just take these two orange pins and lift it off. Those are the only two pins really holding it in. So you actually have to pull the spoiler off first, and then you can get at and see the engine compartment. So a little different than the other ones. Both the Cyan and the Ferrari lets you just lift a cover off to see the engine. This one has got it tied down a little bit more. It does make for a better like spoiler functionality, I think. But yeah, you do have to take something apart, and then you can see like the exhaust manifold here and everything that's built in there, as well as like you can see all the way down to the differential, as well as like the engine as well. So you can see like the shifter moving the gears in the back there. You can see the differential. Not sure why that's not engaging. Oh, there we go. Now it's engaged. Just has a lot of give there. You have to move it pretty far forward for it to engage. It's easier to there's a gear up here that kind of can spin here that can move everything. When you take it out, it just moves the engine. It doesn't move everything. So that's an interesting function right there. So to engage the engine, there is the gearbox. The gear has to be engaged, but then it does engage the wheels, but it takes a little bit it has a lot of give. So, but yeah, you can turn this little gear that's on the passenger side to turn everything to see it going. And then if you just switch it to reverse, it just turns the engine instead of the wheels as well. So anyway, that's interesting gearbox. And then when you put this back on, just kind of goes on. You got to make sure it goes on over top of the exhaust at the back here. And then it should slide in to a couple of, there's a couple of pins to slide in, and then these orange pins should just push down into the slots or holes below. And then the same with this, just needs to be connected up into those pins here. Just put that back on and then it can slide back in. As you can see, this is it's a very nice build. It's very, I think, very detailed, very accurate build for the P1. I very much like the build. It was a very enjoyable build. These Technic supercars are just, in general, they've all been great builds. I think this is either the best one or it's maybe the Cyan was a little better, but this was a great build. They did get the instructions. I feel the instruction, or the way they broke up the bags, was perfect this time. You really don't get too many parts in each section. And it was kind of perfect for me, just the way I like to build it. It takes about half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour to build a bag, and you get a nice chunk of the build done without having too many parts sitting around, especially since these models are quite large. It's nice to be able to not need too huge of a space to keep all the parts and have the the car being put together as well, and have space for both. And like, I did buy this to also early, so I could get this gift with purchase, which is a neat little gift with purchase for the P1, where you turn this crank and just kind of goes back and forth like that little build as well. So that's my review of the Lego Technic McLaren P1. If you'd like to see more reviews, you can check out one of the link here. And if you'd like to just see more, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and take it easy.